Hey guys, G up here, and it has been a while since I've done a video like this, and this footage, believe it or not, is from around the first times I started actually playing with Drifter. I remembered that I had some footage that I stored on a hard drive that I never used, and this is like, I believe, a 31 and 3 or something like that. On Modern Warfare 2, I like to say this footage is 2-3 years old easy. I think we actually went and played this during Black Ops 1. We went back and played some MW2, and I've got to say, I missed this game so much. I remember it being in its prime and having all the noob tubes, and I would get frustrated every so often because of all the tubing and whatnot. But it's still, to me, it's the most fun Call of Duty I've ever played and ever will play, I would like to say at this point, at the trend that the current Call of Duties are taking. So, but that's not what I want to talk to you about today. Today I had something, I guess, I would say pretty cool happen to me, but some would say it was, I wouldn't be cool. You know how sometimes in dangerous situations, it seems like everything slows down? Well, I had something like that happen to me today. I was coming back after buying my mom lunch and everything like that and picking up a couple of items, and on my way home, I experienced a wreck right next to me, and I didn't get hit or anything. I literally got missed, I guess you could say, by 5 inches. But what happened is it felt like time slowed down because I looked over out the left window of the driver's side, and I saw the crash happen. And it felt as if the cars had slowed down as one impacted the other. And it was just so weird that it physically felt like time slowed down because it all went in slow motion, and I managed to avoid the wreck by a good 5 inches because what happened was a guy was trying to turn left. He had everything doing right. He had his signal on. He had stopped, but I guess the guy behind him wasn't paying attention. Was probably on a cell phone or something, and he nailed the guy in the back left corner of his bumper, and this guy's car got torn up like crazy. But the funny thing is, or not the funny thing, but I guess the lucky thing is, the second he hit, it was next to my driver's side door, but because I was going a little bit faster than the speed limit, I managed to miss this wreck, like I said, by 5 inches because the guy hit the left corner of the bumper and then veered hard into my lane. So I so luckily and barely managed to get by it, but I think when he impacted right next to me before he came into my lane, I think a little bit of the debris from the impact may have hit the back end of my truck, because after I got home and I was looking at it, apparently I had a couple new scratches on the back left, I guess, quarter panel of my truck. So I guess today was a pretty lucky day for me. I missed getting into a wreck. I've only had one other situation like this before. I was on the highway coming home from school, and there was a dump truck not paying attention, speeding in the right-hand lane, and I was in the left-hand lane. It was only a 2-lane highway, and he almost ran this car over. It was just a little old car, looked like it had family inside of it, and he almost completely just ran the thing over. And he swerved into the left-hand lane and started bobbing like the truck was going to tip, but he somehow managed to hit control, and I hit the brakes, and it seemed like that was the only lucky day I've had. So I have good luck, I guess, when it comes to driving. This is the second time I've had a close call, and I guess, I don't know, when it comes to driving, either I'm lucky that I'm going a little bit too fast or that I'm hyper aware of what's going on, because I'm not the kind of person who is on their cell phone or anything while driving. I have a burn phone. I don't text people. The only time I call people is if I'm at a standstill or about to get into my car. I never really do it when I'm in the car. I seem kind of pointless because if I'm driving, I'm going to be paying attention to that, because I've had so many different close calls now at this point that I see why you need to have all your attention on the road. Where I live, there are a lot of deer running around all the time, so I guess you could play, it's called Redneck Dodge down here, because at night, especially during the winter and late at night during the summer when it's so hot and the deer are trying to get across the road to the river to get some water, you will see them all the time. You have to hit the brakes, you have to swerve left and right. And there was one night when I guess I was going to the Ghost midnight release. I must have dodged 10 different deer trying to get home. So you learn quickly. So I guess what one of these things is, I guess the moral of the story of anything is, pay attention when you're driving. Like, don't be on your cell phone. Don't do any of that. If you're going to call somebody, call them like at a red light, put it on speakerphone, put your phone down. Like, what I've got in my truck is a non-slip pad. So what I do is I just lay all my stuff on that pad. I don't worry about it. I don't look at it. And the only time I mess with any of that is if I am at a standstill or I am just not moving. But I guess it's not a big deal. But it was overall, I guess you could say, a good day, especially when you avoid a wreck that may have been intended for you or may not have. But onto this gameplay, man, I do miss this so much. Like, Modern Warfare 2 is nowhere near as populated as it used to be. Man, it was such a fun game. Like, the AC-130 was some of the best streaks. Like, I remember in COD 4, everyone was talking about how they loved the AC-130 mission. And so when they brought the kill streak over, everyone went nuts over it. And it was one of the more powerful kill streaks because the chopper gunner always got shot down. So I find that this game, I wish they would remake it. I know that COD Online is a thing, but if they would remake it for the Xbox One or PS4 and got rid of the problems, I would be happy to play it. Because according to Wicked Shrapnel, when he tweeted he got into the Titanfall Alpha, apparently, that his most favorite COD ever was Modern Warfare 2. And after playing Titanfall, he thought it crushed Modern Warfare 2. So if that's anything to say about Titanfall and to see what is to actually come, I can't wait. Like, Modern Warfare 2 is such a great game. Yes, it has its flaws. Every game has its flaws. Battlefield 4 apparently on the console has a lot of flaws, but on PC I quite enjoy it. Sometimes the flaws are in the game that allow players to ruin it. But overall, I guess Modern Warfare 2 had the flaws, but it had the more fun factor. You could go solo and enjoy yourself, play the objective if you wanted to, or go on high kill streaks trying to get a nuke. Be that whatever you chose to do in the game, it was still fun. I played COD 4 too, I guess it comes in second, but Ghost has a lot of issues. I understand that the people are trying to fix it, but after a certain point, trying to fix a broken game is kind of too late. If you didn't have it ready in the beginning, when you hyped it up, had everything going, then, I mean, you've got your problem. Because at this point, they put out a trailer for the new DLC, and I've got to say, it was one of the better trailers I have seen coming out of any Call of Duty developer. It was pretty cool. Didn't have as much gameplay footage. It was more centered around this whole COD napping type of sequence, which was, I guess, pretty cool. It was new. It kind of showed off how much the people wanted to play in their normal lifetimes, which with Modern Warfare 2 and I guess you could say Black Ops 1, that was me. Like, I only wanted to play COD, and to tell you the truth, my grades actually suffered 1 year because of Call of Duty. That's all I could do. That's all I wanted to do was play COD, but kind of fell off after, I guess, halfway through Black Ops 2 or early of Black Ops 2, and then Ghost. I don't touch it. I'm waiting for Titanfall. I think that game's going to be beautiful. But on a side note, if you would like to see more Modern Warfare 2 gameplay, I guess I can start playing it a little bit more. It's more of just a relaxing game I play. I played it a couple weeks ago, or not a couple weeks ago, but about a week ago. And I dropped a couple nukes, and I was just relaxing and playing. I wasn't going full tryhard or anything, and I thought it was quite enjoyable. I got noob-tubed a couple times, and if you had been paying attention, there was a clip I uploaded where I was on a 13 gun streak, or kill streak, going for the nuke. And a guy tried to shoot down my kill streaks, and in turn kills me. Probably one of the luckiest stingers you'll ever see. If you want to see that video, just go through my videos. You'll probably see it in the channel upload. But it was pretty cool. So I would have no problem with uploading some more Modern Warfare 2. It's kind of populated. It's not overpopulated. You're going to run into the same people every so often rather than, say, in Ghost where you're running into different people quite often if you're on the 360 version. But if you're on the Xbox One, not as many people. And dedicated servers like they were promised really don't exist. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Moral of the story, don't drive around while you're on your phone. Other than that, peace out.